Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Claudio. So glad that you're here. So this is my last video of 2023. I debated whether to film one or not. I had a little bit of time and I said, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. So today I'm going to walk you through how to create a vertical name poster like this right here using Adobe Express. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Here I am at the home screen of Adobe Express, and I'll start by clicking on the blue plus sign here. And I will go with the portrait 9:16, the vertical option for this vertical poster. First thing I'll do is change the background color. I've got my brand colors. I like this dark greenish color here. And the next thing I'll do is add some text. So we're going to go ahead and click on a T, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in my name. You can also opt to create a one-word option. So if you like that one-word trend, you can do that as well. But I like the name option here, so I'm going to select this and go with something that's fairly thick, a thick font. So if you don't see fonts, one thing you can do is click on more fonts right here and the categories here and try to find something that's very full, like a thick font. Something like this one might work if you want. One that I can suggest is Baba's No is one of my favorites, but also Anton is a nice option here. Very filling there, and it's thick and definitely one for this project that you can try to use. Now, since I'm going to create the vertical poster, the next thing I'll do here is click on the rotate option here for the text, and we're going to switch it over to vertical. You can hold the shift button to get it perfect like that, 90 degree, and we're going to stretch this out, fill it out completely. All right, now let's go ahead and center it. Now, one thing to be aware, because of the text box, notice this space. If I try to center it, it's telling me it's centered right there, but if you can see visually, it's not centered. So you're gonna have to kind of eyeball it right about there. Perfect. And the next thing I'm going to do is duplicate this text because I want to use the same text. So we're gonna go ahead and duplicate it, and I'm just gonna move it out of the way for a second. We'll come back to that. And over here on the right, we see both texts. We're going to go ahead and leave that text there and change this color out. I'm going to go ahead and click there, and I'm going to go with my brand colors again, kind of a nice turquoise color here. Now, the next step is to bring in the image that I want to use for this project. So we're going to go to media, and you can go to upload from device, from photos, but I'm going to go ahead and just drag it in from my computer here. So give me a second to find that, and here is my picture. I'm gonna bring that picture in, and I'm going to go ahead and double click my image. I'm going to crop it out. It is set up in freeform, so what I want to do is really crop this out as much as I can to get as much of myself here. I want to keep my shoes as much as I can, and then we're going to crop from this side as much as we can. Perfect. All right. So I got my picture here. I'm just going to make it larger because I want it to pretty much be about the same size as my text there, maybe slightly a little bit smaller. There we go. We're going to do that right there. And we're going to change this out. We'll go to effects or adjustments, and we're going to desaturate this project here. There we go. Black and white, and maybe adjust the contrast a bit, the brightness, so I want to really see that. Maybe bring the shadow down just a tad bit, or like I said, you can go to effects and just go to grayscale. Now we're going to remove the background of that image here, give it a time. Perfect. There we go. So we've got my picture in here, and what I want to do is maybe bring it down just a bit so it'll fit into Claudio here, maybe a little bit bigger right there. And it's okay if the entire image does not fit. And now what we're going to do is, you notice my arm is sticking out here, and I'm actually going to cut off my elbow a bit there, as well as my shoes. And so what we'll do here is double click. To that brings us the crop option. Make sure you are in freeform, and we're going to crop this until it matches where the name or the text is. Now, if you want to, you can use Control Plus. That'll give you zoomed in option, so you can make sure that you are right on there. It's not too bad. And then I'm going to scroll down here. As you can see, part of my leg is sticking out, and then my shoe over here. So we're gonna have to crop from this side as well. So we're gonna bring this in over here. As you can see, the shoe is somewhat disappearing there. and I want to get it to where it matches the left line of the text. Now, if you notice, part of our shoe is still sticking out right here, so I'm going to click out here so you can see. And I do have to make a little bit of an adjustment. Let's see, let's click out here just so we can see, which is not too bad. You don't have to get it perfect. And I think I'm going to be okay with that, but I do need to adjust my shoe here. And here's what we'll do. We'll go back to our image, and then we'll choose erase. And we are going to go with circle brush. And there is our size. And what we're going to do is just slightly erase some of that area. There we go. And if you go too much, that's okay, because we're going to use an overlay that's going to cover that. So a little bit more right there. Perfect. And then I think I got a little bit right about there. And again, you can zoom in if you want. And we're going to do the same thing here on this side. And like I said, it's okay if you erase too much and see some of that text bleed behind. In fact, it will be just fine if you do that. Perfect. Now I'll click done, and we're going to go back to fit all. There we go. So you can see my elbow is out right here, and then my shoe. So now we're going to grab this text here. That's going to become our overlay. And one of the nice things about text is if you can see the guidelines, now I'm matched up. Perfect, right there. And so you see my image is over that text. So what we're going to do is grab that text, either drag that up, or you can drag the image down, either option. So now I've got my name covered up, and that's all right. We're going to come over to the text menu here. As you can see, fill and outline. We want to change the fill to the same color of our text background. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap out the outline. There it is. Check that out. So I've got my named outline right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And maybe, let's see, we're going to go thicker, maybe not as thick, right about there. Now, here's an extra thing that you can do if you want. You can come through with the eraser options. We're going to select the image over here in the layers, and then go to erase. And again, make sure you're in circle brush, and you can make the brush smaller. You can erase some of your image here in between the text. One thing you have to be careful is not to go too much. So I'll go ahead and just click done so you can see, and I'll zoom out so that your image is only in the text. But in this case, I'm okay with it kind of bleeding through. That's kind of the effect that I wanted. But again, you can do that if you want. Just take a little bit of time, but two different options for this vertical poster. And that's how to create this vertical name poster using Adobe Express. So now it's your turn to give it a try. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop it in the comments section below. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to be notified for future videos. And thank you once again for watching this video and all my other videos this year in 2023. We'll see you next year. Until next time, have fun creating. Peace.